Wow, guys, I'm about to watch part two of Ben Carson completely triggering the view on what he thinks about Trump. I need you guys to stick along to the back end of the video to see what I got to say about it. But right now, I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and let me know what to react to. We're about to get right to it.
Welcome back. We are back with Dr. Ben Carson.
And I wanted to follow up. You talked about the endorsement. Was anything promised to you, and what role do you see yourself in?
No, nothing was promised, nor would I accept anything. You know, the fact of the matter is, my interest all along, even in running for president, is to save this country for the next generation. And, you know,
what role would that be in the Trump administration?
Look very deeply at how that is going to be done. And I'm going to be working on health care, going to be working on education, which is an incredibly important part of a vibrant society. If you look at our military right now, you take people between the ages of 17 and 24 who are applying to the voluntary military, 71% are rejected. 71%.
Based on?
Physical, mental, or educational deficits, educational being by far the biggest. It is putting us at risk as a nation, not fixing our educational system. These are things that need to be worked on, things that I've discussed with Donald Trump. But also, I have to look at everybody who's available. And, you know, Case is just not going to make it.
I love Kasich.
Okay? He's not going to make it, okay?
He's still there. Some people aren't. They're still there.
Right. Cruz is not going to be able to draw people from the middle or the other side of the aisle.
True.
And you look at the number of people from everywhere who are coming for Trump. I mean, record numbers of people.
Yeah.
I don't believe the polls. The polls are used to manipulate people.
Okay, so I'm learning a lot about politics on this show. So this is what I know. Right now we're talking about what if there is a brokered convention, right? And what would the alternative candidate be? Because in the pool, Paul Ryan and other people are being talked about.
Right.
Do you really think that Trump is correct in saying that people will, you know, be up in arms, quote unquote riot, he said that, if they did not choose him as the nominee?
I don't think that there would be a physical riot, but I think it would absolutely destroy the Republican Party. There is no way that people who are coming in droves now to support Trump enthusiastically are just going to say, oh, well, whoever you pick is going to be fine.
Is that responsible of him to say, you know, they'll be rioting? I mean, sort of throw gasoline on the fire like that? Is that responsible?
That's really not the point. I mean, we can look.
But what's the point?
Well, no, we can look at all these things that politicians and people in the political sphere say.
Yeah.
Or we can say, what are the true issues? It's sort of like what's going on with some of these rallies, where, you know, we've seen some violence.
All of his antics are covering over the true issues. That's the problem. His antics are covering over the true issues.
Right. The true issue is the First Amendment of America and the freedom of speech. And we need to be looking at those kinds of issues. Everybody needs to be looking at those issues, not just one side or the other side. And the fact of the matter is, when you look at these rallies that are going on, do you ever see that happening in a Clinton or Bernie Sanders rally?
They're not promoting. Why not?
No, you don't.
Why not? Why not?
Because people on the right don't do that. People on the left do that.
And people on the left don't say, you know, go punch him if you want to, or I take him out on a stretcher. I haven't heard that on the left.
Yeah, but you're missing my point.
What's your point?
What is the point?
What is it?
You're missing the point. The point is that we have to focus on the things that are essential to America, like First Amendment rights, not personalities. That's the problem. We always want to focus on personalities.
But you've met with Donald Trump behind closed doors. Have you seen any evidence that he's really not the bombastic, sort of baiting personality?
You said there were the two.
Are there two Donald Trumps?
There are.
Well, which one is running for president? Which one?
Who have you seen? Tell us who you have seen.
Well, I have seen a man who's actually willing to sit down and engage in deep, serious conversations about the problems that affect our country.
Well, why is he holding out on America?
I have seen a man who actually recognizes that he doesn't know everything. Yeah.
And he doesn't think that's gonna work in his election if he shows that side of him? Or is that more of like a male thing? I have to show. Yeah, is that more of a male thing?
I think you're going to see more of that side of him coming up.
So he
I
might
think.
be, so in fact,
did you
what you're
notice?
saying
Did
is
you
he might
notice
be,
in the
he
last?
might be fooling his own constituency.
Did you notice in the last debate that
You
he
guys-
wasn't nearly as bombastic?
Yes.
Did you notice that?
I did.
That
Yeah.
he's transitioning now into general election.
And-
But,
That's all.
sir,
And
you
I
know,
think you're going to continue to see that.
I'm sorry.
But again,
he
there's
just,
no perfect person.
So,
You need
no,
to
there
understand
isn't a
that.
perfect person, but if you're running for president of the United States of America, a country which has said to other countries, bring me the folks that you need who need freedom. We're here for you. When you talk about Mexicans being rapists and murderers, when you talk to women, if he had spoken to your wife the way he's spoken to some of these women, would you take that, sir?
Let me tell you something. When you're very nice, you're very respectful, you talk about the real issues and not get into all these issues, where does it get you? It gets you where it got me. Nowhere, okay?
No. So is that what this is about?
No,
it can't be about that.
No, but here's my point. My point is he and some of the other politicians, they do what people want. They say what people want to hear. They appeal to people.
That's how Hitler got in, sir. That's how Hitler got in.
Yeah,
But you were a voice. You were, okay.
And it's an important voice, and it needs to be out there. But what we have to do is recognize that we have to work with what we have, not necessarily with what we ideally would want. And we, the people, are largely responsible. We have to be willing to stand up for what we believe, the people of the United States, because the politicians will respond to that.
This is true. So, folks, get out and vote for who you think is going to run the country, whoever it is. Thank you for coming back, Dr. Ben Carson. We will be right back.
Wow, guys, I just want to start it off like this. Should Ben Carson be Trump's VP? Let me know what you think about that in the comments. They don't listen to ever understand. They just talk and talk and talk over you. They kept making him end his statements on dead ends and then ask, what point are you trying to make? He can't ever make a point because you talk over and over and over and over him the whole entire time of the show. Let me know what you guys think about the video. What take did you get from it? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you're new.